And we're back with what looks to be an online cube draft. We're going for a single elimination cube draft because it's closest to filling up, but we'll see how it goes. I've played 3 cube drafts this week. The 2 that I did best in both had blue and were aggro decks, so that's been doing me well. Let's see what we have here. I really like Wildfire. It's a really fun card. Mindstone is good. Anything that ramps you at 2 mana is a good thing. For the same reason, Devoted Druid and Farseek are good, but this is color free and does not get wrathed, unlike Druid at least. Stormblood Berserkers is pretty good as far as an aggressive card. Hero of Blade Hold is probably the strongest card on its own right. I'm not going Storm. Meh. So I could take the card that leaves me the most open. I could dive in deep, or I could take the most powerful card. I think I'm gonna, or lands are always very good. I think I'm gonna take the Mana Rock. I'll probably want it in no matter what deck I'm in, and I really like the 2 mana ones quite a bit. It could be fun to do some kind of Braids sacrificey deck. That's always fun. What is this? I'm gonna pull up the card view. 1 second. So if you do not know the cards, this can help you. And me. I don't really like the fetch lanes that come into play tapped. I haven't put them into my cube yet, and I'm not sure I will. Awakening Zone is very good with the same sorts of things that Mindstone is. Oracle is very, very good. Baneslayer Angel is a decent finisher. Finishers are kind of a dime a dozen. Trigon Predators is fine. Polluted Delta is actually a normal fetch land. Palladium Mirror. I'm going to take Polluted Delta. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this, so we're going to stay open. I really like black. I understand that black is by far not like the most powerful color, but I really like playing it. So that is an option. Plus, we have a fetch land for black, so that's always a good start. Ravages is good. It's basically the same as Armageddon. Student of Warfare's you have to be White Weenie specifically. Precursor Golem's okay. Pristine Angel is okay. Their decks were really good. Bane of the Living is fine. I really like cards that are morph cards. Summit is good. Temple Garden is good. Forbidden Alchemy is good and goes with our Delta. Mortars is good. Let's go off the deep end a little. Let's see if Mono Black is open. Definitely not set on it. This is not a good enough card to necessarily be going for it. So let's see what options we have. Rude Awakening is okay. Harmonize is very good. It draws a lot of cards. That's always good. Hexmage is okay. It kills Planeswalkers. It does not interact with Suspend in the way you might think. Vampire Hexmage is not really a good enough card for me to want to go deep on it. I'm going to take a Tundra. We'll see what comes back to me. That's kind of a lot of mono red cards, but there may have just been a million of them in the pack. Okay, so this is a decent mono black card, but Reanimate is quite good. We've got some blue lands, some black lands. Can fetch Tundra if we wanted, which is a nice interaction. Blistering Firecat is a good mono red card. Beast Within is okay in that green doesn't really get much removal. Arcane Sanctum is okay because we have lands that work for those 3 colors. But I think Reanimate is by far the most powerful card. It works okay with Gatekeeper if we decide to. So we'll see. Stillman Cavalier is a decent aggro card if we wanted it. Um, I've had okay luck with Fairy Conclave. It was actually pretty fun in the white-blue aggro deck that I made the other day. We're certainly not sure that we're aggro. Mostly this would be sideboard against those colors. We're seeing a lot of green. I wonder if that means it's super open. Let's take another multicolor land and hedge our bets still. Graveborn Muse is pretty good. Udin's Prowler is okay because we could use it to drop to discard a card that we wanted to reanimate. However, Obsidat is also very good. I think that may be better than Graveborn Muse. We will have to get more white cards to consider it. Niv Mizzet is also good, but it's further from our colors. I'm going to take Obsidat and see what we get. City of Brass is an okay way to get mana. Knight of Infamy is good if we decide that we want to be mostly aggressive. Badlands is just good, and it can be fetched up by the Polluted Delta, so let's stay on the take lands and be open card plan. I like Ravenous Rats more than most people, but Watery Grave is good. So yeah, we definitely just have a million lands. Basilica is okay, it helps with Obsidat. Braids is really cool. I'm going to see if we have some kind of deck that can involve Braids. Bane of the Living is fine. I would be okay with Dragonskull Summit. Okay, we got Hexmage back. I thought we might. So, Mono Black is still an option if we decide, despite all the lands we've taken. And it doesn't have to be Mono Black, especially with all these lands. We can splash blue relatively cheaply with some of these. So we're going to see what lanes we've got and what we're able to splash. We've got 3 okay aggressive cards, and a couple control-y cards. But Gatekeeper is definitely good in a control-y deck as well. So it just has to be a very black deck. I've played a decent number of cube matches, but mostly with my own cube. I've only played 3 since they've made the most recent changes to the cube, so I am less confident in the online cube than I would be offline or even in previous ones. I had very, very good luck with the powered cube when it was up, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. We get Stillman Cavalier back. Okay. A 2-1 is not great for an aggressive deck. 2-1 for 3, rather. Imagine that being the 2-1 Dryad from the more recent sets, like Return to Ravnica. Pardon me as I get a message. Okay. Chainer's Edict is a very good black card. Could look into Kaiga, which is a decent reanimation target. Faith Fighters is good, but we're not necessarily. We're pretty far from white. Tamiyo is good. I don't know if it's worth going that blue, though. I'm going to stick with Chainer's Edict. It's good against aggressive. It's particularly good against slow decks that have very few creatures. So I'm going to stick with that for now. Alright, Geralf's Messenger or Jace the Mind Sculptor. How black do we want to be? Judging by the amount of black cards we are seeing, I'm pretty sure nobody is this black. Which means we get to look a bit further and hope that it wheels. Flooded Strand would be very nice. I would definitely like that card. Jace the Mind Sculptor is as good as they say it is, though. So is Consecrated Sphinx. Um, hmm. I think that the conservative pick is definitely either Gross Messenger or Flooded Strand, because that can fetch blue, it can fetch black, it can fetch white. Um, Sphinx is very good. Jace is very good. I'm gonna take Consecrated Sphinx, I think. Nah, let's take Jace. This was a last minute pick. It's probably bad. We certainly might not be blue enough to cast it. So we'll see. Dark Confidant would be good if I end up very aggressive. Liliana is just very good. Liliana costs 40 or 50 or however much it costs right now in standard for a reason. She's a very good removal spell. She's very good in general. Sadly, we cannot cast Channel. However, I love Hypnotic Spectre. Hypnotic Spectre is a very cool card. Shadow Mage Infiltrator is also very cool. Not a lot that's necessarily great for our deck. Tropical Island, Force of Will, nothing too amazing. The slow cards that get lands are good. Hypnotic Spectre is fun. Time Warp is always a fun cube card. Phyrexian Rager would probably go in any version that I make. Spinning Darkness is alright, but it's not the best. Darkgraph Ghoul is good if I want an aggressive deck. Volrath Stronghold has some interesting interactions as well. It's very good with, like, Braids, for example. If I have some cards that give benefit when they leave or enter the battlefield, I can have Braids make me sacrifice them. I can bring them back onto my deck with Volrath Stronghold and keep replaying them. But for now, I'd rather take Phyrexian Rager because I know I'm more likely to play. Let's see, Undead Gladiator. This is a good discard outlet. It can cycle well. It's a decent aggressive card unless they have like tokens. Baleful Strix is also very good. It's slower, it's card advantage. Again, it's just very good. Since we got the Jace, we might consider being blue, so let's keep an eye. Let's see where that goes. Bloodghast is a very, very good, very black spell. It's good with the aggressive stuff that I might have. It's also very good with Braids. So I could see myself playing that in either one. I could also see Night's Whisper, but it's not quite as good. Also, the fact that Sulfuric Vortex is being passed this late is very surprising. It is a incredibly good. It is probably the best card for the mono red aggressive deck. So either no one is it, or they're to our right shortly, or they got Super Beauty. Buried Alive would be okay if we had more reanimate sorts of things. Otherwise, I will be taking Underground River. I could take Isolated Chapel if I was super excited about Obsidat. Obsidat is very good. I have more blue cards that I'm interested in. Plus, yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to take Underground River for now. Kaiga is a very good reanimation target. It's not the best. There are newer cards that have come out since that have become better ones, but it's fine. I could also do Mystery Rainforest to search for Watery Grave or Tundra, but I've got no. I may not be playing Tundra. Depends on if I cut Obsidat. As we expected, we got Dross Messenger back. Dross Messenger is another card that goes very well with both Braids and the aggressive cards. So I'm quite happy to have it. Dark Confidant will go into the deck if I play the aggressive version. I'm probably not playing Rocky Target. So. Reanimate and Confidant both are kind of a non-combo. They both cost me life, and Reanimate likes expensive cards, while the Dark Confidant likes cheap cards. There's a chance I could play Abrupt Decay since I've got at least one green duel. I was tempted to cut one of the mono red cards, but again, not many people seem to be that red. Okay, removal or duel. I think I'll take the aggro card. Still trying to decide which role I'm gonna be, but it's an option. Alright, Undead Gladiator is fine for me. And we're getting all of the black cards passed to us. It looks like black is is a very good place to be. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Tragic Slip is good. Birthing Pod is interesting. What do we have? We've got some 1-drops. We've got some 2-drops and 3-drops and 4-drops. That isn't the worst, actually. Obviously, using Birthing Pod on Geralf's Messenger is good value because it comes back and does more things. Factor Fiction is also good. It lets you fill up your graveyard in order to reanimate things. It lets you dig for anything you can possibly want. Tragic Slip is quite good. I think I'm going to go with Birthing Pod just because it sounds like a blast. It sounds really fun. And I'm more drafting this for fun than for anything specific. Strip Mine is good. Slaughter Pact is good. I don't have much in the way of removal. Upheaval is very, very good. I'm going to take Strip Mine. My deck is relatively low on the mana curve, so I like the idea of kind of curving out with low drops and playing Mana Denial if people get greedy on their stuff. I could take Diabolic Servitude, but I don't have a great reason to. Like, I don't have much to reanimate specifically. Maybe Kaiga, maybe Obsidat. I don't have a ton. I guess I've got a couple of discard outlets between Una's Prowler and Undead Gladiator. But there's really nothing else that I'm going to play. This requires having 2 islands, and I'm not planning on playing many. So I'm going to take Diabolic Servitude. I don't like hate drafting cards. Alright, Phyrexian Rager is very, very good for our deck specifically and no one else's. I'm going to select that and we'll see what else is around. Balance is a very good card. It can be a wrath, it can destroy hands. Like, there are a lot of things it can do, and you only need to play it when it's good for you. These filter lanes are very, very good. If I had green stuff that I cared about, I'm not particularly caring about Abrupt Decay, it would be a very good pick. Merciless Eviction is okay, but a bit slow. Sign of Blood is good, but I'll almost certainly wheel it from what we've seen. Yeah, Oblivion Stone is super slow. So yeah, I think I'll take Phyrexian Rager. Sorry, Phyrexian Obliterator. Liliana Vess is fine, but I don't like that Liliana that much. Plus, it's not a creature for Birthing Pod, and it has a lot of problems. Alright, this is the opponent discards 2 cards. Grave Titan is very good. It'll be a nice top end. We can reanimate it if we want to. We may not even be blue. We might have blue just for Kaiga, if that. Sadly, I don't think we're going to have enough blue for Jace. That was a super greedy pick, but it's fun enough that it's worth it. Smother is removal. We need that. Attrition is a really cute removal spell. That might be fun just because we've got some good graveyard interactions. We don't have a ton of them, but it's very good with Bloodghast. It's very good with Geralf's Messenger. I'll give it it's okay with Undead Gladiator, so I'll give it a shot. We'll see how it is. Be nice if we got a black removal spell back, but we will probably get Nightscape Familiar. Kakusho is okay as a finisher to reanimate. Lake of the Dead can get us a ton of black mana all at once if we want. Unfortunately, our deck is very low on the curve, so I'm not sure we want. Drowned Catacomb is blue. We can keep living the dream. Vampire Nighthawk is always good. Death Cloud is cute. We don't have quite enough stuff to interact with the graveyard, so I don't feel like it's quite right. I never know. Like, I really like the idea of having a Pox sub-team, but I never know when you've got enough stuff to support it. And it's hard to take it over something like Nighthawk that's just generally good. Tragic Slip is good, and it will go in our deck, unlike most of these things, so we'll take it. Slaughter Pack, similarly, we wanted removal, and here's some. We don't have enough Rivalian Splash Faithless, although it would be very good in a reanimating deck. I don't want anybody to kill all of our creatures at once. That is as good a cut as any, I guess. Sign in Blood. Sign in Blood is very good card draw. I think it's actually better than Liliana Vess in most decks. Merciless Eviction would be fine, but I don't really want to run my white duels. It's funny, I spent so much of the first pack taking all of the colors I could so I could be greedy, but or all the lands that I could. But I'm probably not going to play anything beside maybe blue. I'm probably going to cut Obsidian, which is sad, but meh. Okabe Gang is not the worst. It's not amazing, but it's fine. Yeah, okay, I didn't think we'd get it. I'm probably not going to run Nightscape Familiar. Too many of the things that I have like are either all black mana or so on. Legacy of the Dead I'll probably actually play. Uh, I haven't seen again, this is not a perfect deck for it, but I haven't gotten to play around with it, so it'll be fun. I'll give it a shot. Mm, not so long. We'll see. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 blue lands. Might be enough to splash Kaiga over like Okiba Gang. Okiba Gang is okay though, so we'll see. Again, I have to figure out exactly what this deck is doing. Reanimate wouldn't be too bad. One important thing to remember is that Reanimate works with your opponent's graveyard, so it can get you more than you expect. It's not just your deck you're looking at. All right, Slaughter Pack will probably go in. I'm going to grab non-lands first so we can just see the counts. Let's look at the aggressive deck, because we have some interesting aggressive cards. Diregraph Ghoul, yeah, any 2/2 for 1 definitely makes it there. Reanimate can give you some value if you're playing a bunch of other creatures. With this, we would not be trying to reanimate huge things. It would just be a reanimate for, like, maybe a Dross Messenger or something would be great. If we're doing aggressive, we want Vampire Hexmage. Una's Prowler is also good power and toughness. This Gatekeeper of Malakir will be a 3-drop, but it will be a 3-drop that gets rid of an opponent's creature. Dark Confidant is aggressive. Sign in Blood is aggressive. Night's Whisper is aggressive. These are not super aggressive because they take off a turn to draw cards, but they help you keep gas around. You know, help you have enough cards. So Mindstone. Baleful Strix is more defensive, maybe 2 blue for us. Nighthawk, Gladiator. Cavalier's good sideboard, but we'll see. Rager. Okay, like I said, Gatekeeper is a 3-drop. Messenger is good. Spectre is great. Liliana is good. Attrition is good. Obliterator is great. Corlash is good. Bane of the Living might be good. I guess it's good enough. 4/3 for 4 is not the worst. Diabolic Servitude is not too bad. But again, we don't have huge guys, so it's less important. Birthing Pod. Right, we're going to have a fun deck. So Grave Titan is good. If we are doing a Birthing Pod deck, then we want at least a 5 deck to live the dream of going up the chain. Plus, this can go into play for less mana, so we'll give it a go. That means no braids. Let me see. What would we even want braids? And is it worth? It's probably not worth Birthing Pod. We'll see. Let's drag some non-creatures down here. Let's see what creatures we have. Alright, let's cost sort first. Alright, Gatekeeper was just there because it's probably a 3-drop. Not set on Mind Stone, actually, because most of our guys are pretty cheap. And we want as many creatures as we can get. So, the last card could be one of this stack. We do have kind of a lot of duels. But we also need to hit black every time. So Kaiga is the one that I'm most likely to splash for of the blue ones. Sorry, Jace. Servitude is okay, but it's not as good as it's probably not as good as just another creature. It's definitely good with braids, but we're not sure we're playing braids. Bane of the Living is good if the game goes long or if we're against a lot of little creatures, but that is much more of a control-y card. That said, it's got decent power and toughness. Let's try braids because that sounds fun. How much removal does that leave us? 1, 2. Lilion is 3. Maybe Birthing Pod is just me being silly. Why do I have 24 cards? Which I put in? Oh, I was at 23 without. I'm going to go ahead and pause until I finish my decisions.